So Josh Harris, the owner of the Commanders, had a press conference and he talked about the name change. Let's hear what Josh Harris says right now about a potential name change.
And you've made it pretty clear throughout that the name's not a priority right now. Is there any research that you have being done to see if the name is resonating with fans more than it was initially, or is that something that matters to you at all if it is growing in popularity?
It does matter. I just think that, and certainly, like we've been very clear, we can't, for obvious reasons, the old name can't come back. But right now, we're focused on things that unify the team around our football team, right? And unify the city around our football team. And so the first objective is we got to start winning football games. And we need everyone supporting the team and not things that might, drive people apart. Secondly, obviously, we're trying to find a new home. And again, unifying the city around that is important. And so, the name is one of those things that like a lot of opinions. But, I can't say, I've certainly not forgotten it. Like I said, I grew up here, okay? So I understand it. And, we brought back, we're going to start to do things that bring us back to our heritage, honoring our past. The gold, you saw the gold pants. Those are easy things to do. So we are doing research and we're thinking about it. But like right now, we're prioritizing the things that we've talked about. And that's kind of the rationale for it.
I wonder how much research, because Grant asked kind of a yes or no question. And it took him about 2 minutes to say at the very end, we are doing research.
Yes.
I don't know if they're researching the name change. Like, what names do people like in particular?
Why would you think he's lying?
It took him a long time. He could have said, yes, we're doing research right off the bat, but it's not a priority.
He likes to expand. He likes to pontificate.
Well, he's also talking. He's also trying to also emphasize the fact that it isn't a priority. Like, it makes it more believable. Like, yeah, they got 1 million projects going on. That's one of the million. Where are we with the name and like the fans' comfort level with it? But it's on the back burner because I got all this other crap I got to do.
He's got the stadium.
To me,
stadium's way up here.
Very believable.
The stadium's a way bigger.
Because let me tell you something. The name change, as we've talked about ad nauseum to the point where we're all sick of it. It is as you can tell by Commanders, it can blow up in your face. And now you're really screwed for long. You know what I mean? Like, you can really screw up your brand.
You can do a lot of damage to
ask the Coca-Cola how New Coke went.
Yeah.
Like, you could really screw up your brand.
I've been pretty steadfast. I don't think they're going to change the name. I know Cakes has been on the opposite end. He believes they will change the name.
I think eventually it'll happen. Obviously, he said not a priority.
I don't think it's going to happen.
If they win under this name, that goes away.
And slowly but surely, I'm seeing more Commanders gear out there. Now, it was next to nothing.
Pretty slowly.
At first. But I'm seeing more. Now, most of it is the hat with the W.
Right.
That could work for anything.
I should get that. I should get one.
But if they start winning 8, 9, 10, 11 games and they're going to the playoffs, why change it?
Because it's your brand.
I know the game.
And your brand is important.
I know that the name sucks.
People get used to stuff.
They do.
Just like, the Wizards, everyone hated the Wizards. Do you think they're changing the name?
No.
Everyone hated it.
I've never been a huge fan.
Do you remember? I'm fine with it.
I've learned to live with it. Still don't love it, but I've learned to live with it.
I like it. I went from hating it to liking it. Sometimes that happens. Is everyone so... Does no one change their mind about anything? Am I the only one? Sometimes I like something, then I hate it.
Sure.
Sometimes I like something, then I hate. Sometimes I hate something, then I like it.
Happens all the time.
I don't like the name Commanders. I think it is butt. But if we win under it, I will wear a big giant Commanders thing. I'll have Commander. Hopefully, give me a ring. I want it all.
But in 5 years, you'll be fine with it.
Now you want a ring.
You want a ring. Right.
Well, if we're broadcasting them at some point.
We've been very spoiled and lucky to get rings from the Caps
now when
and
they
the
win
Nats.
to give the Junks rings.
Right.
I got to make sure my Caps ring is where I think it is. I haven't worn that thing in forever.
I second that because we've suffered through basically 30 years of on-air bad product, having to try to push a bad product or be excited about a bad football product that's been served to us for 30 years.
Eric,
if you had to guess,
Eric,
Cakes,
in 5 years, you're going to be fine with the name. Actually, less. You'll
Well,
be fine with the name.
I'm
I
probably
know it sucks now, but it's only been a couple years.
I kind of agree with you. It's because I already know they can't go back to Redskins, unfortunately. Because of the culture we live in, and the advertisers. The only way they could go back to Redskins is if they do what the Masters did, where they were boycotted by everybody, and they're like, okay,
said,
we
okay,
won't have any
whatever.
advertising. We'll just pay for it ourselves.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
no,
the
not
only
happening.
way, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the only. If they were willing to go that route, and I'm not suggesting they should be willing to, then
No,
they could do it.
When you pay $6 billion for a company, you're gonna
Welcome
you're
to the
gonna want
You
that.
want a return on your investment, right.
Redskins tournament.
Right. The Augusta National, they could call it the Masters for Redskins. I mean, they could call it whatever they wanted. Because
The
they don't take
Redskins open.
advertising.
The Redskins open.
Yeah, the Redskins open.
Right.
Because they don't care. But the National Football League, it's a different deal. Believe me, I think it's crazy, but it is what it is. But the Commanders' name is brutal. I have a hard time saying it, but if they win,
It's not going to matter.
care.
Phone number is 800-636-1067. If you want to chime in, do you think they will ever change name? Cake says yes, so give me the year. I'm not going to hold you to it, but if you had to guess,
I think there might be
because you believe they're going to change name. I don't.
I might have put a bet in about it.
You think they're going to go from Commanders to
I think he
whatever, the
said
Red
within-
Hogs, whatever the heck they
I
become.
think he said within 3 years. Didn't you say that?
Yeah,
Really?
I think I've consummated a bet. I'm looking for it. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Within 3 years, they'll have a new name.
Well, if you can't find that bet, I'll make the bet right now.
I'm pretty sure it's in here, or it might
That
be
notebook
up,
is so bad.
It might be up here,
That
which is the
notebook
problem.
was purchased in
I
2017.
think you did say 3 years.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
we
stick to that.
put it in for $20.
$20?
You go over
All
Right now,
Yeah.
can you
sure.
write it down?
Yeah, I'll write it down.
We're going to need to purchase a new spiral
No,
notebook.
JP, this book has history.
It's
This
like the
book
Bible.
has seen things
The
over the
papers
years. Look at
all
it.
fall out now.
That's what gives it.
Nobody cares.
Some nostalgia.
Character.
Yeah, that's character.
All right, so what are you're putting in there about the name change, that they're going to change it eventually?
He believes they will. I don't.
So
I
by-
actually don't think they are
So
either.
by the start of the 27 season, you think they'll have a new name?
Correct.
You're going to
I
lose.
also
your-
I go over that.
I also have Reed
You're gonna lose
Shepard
that
as the
bet.
NBA Rookie of the Year. JP's got the field. Maybe I got caught up in Reed Shepard mania.
Yeah.
you,
you
you
go.
get
You know
caught up in all
did.
kinds of
You know what
mania.
is funny, though?
It
Is if
doesn't
they-
look like it's going to be Alex Sarr.
If they had just kept Washington football team, which, again, everyone mocked it first, and then
Got used
people
to it.
accepted it
Yeah.
to the point where actually people liked it. If they had just kept Washington football team, they could have stayed that way. It was kind of had a uniqueness to it. It was, I think the way they came up with it was unintentionally brilliant. Like, I think they were just dumb.
They stumbled into
They
it.
stumbled into something. And it was like, oh, wow, it's kind of unique. Like, Washington football team. That's right. We're the effing football. Now Commanders is just,
Yeah, especially because
Bland.
Ron picked it.
yeah, it makes you think of
Ron
Ron.
Yeah.
screwed it up again.
When you say Commanders, I think of Ron.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know.
you gotta
I
get
do
rid of
too.
it.
I do too. But if
'Cause
we
that
win,
that
you
loser
won't
picked
go.
it.
Hold on. Let's just imagine 2 years from now, 2 years, I'm being optimistic. 2 years from now, second year of Jaden Daniels, he takes us on a sick playoff run, and he's got these Robert-like runs and these passes, and like we friggin' win the Super Bowl. We have an iconic moment. You're not going to think of Ron anymore.
Good.
You're going to think of Jaden Daniels, and you're going to think of
You're going to think Commanders.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like we talked about this last week, but Ron Rivera's first-round picks were so bad.
The only
They traded away Jahan Dotson.
They're brutal.
They were-
Chase Young's on his third team. Emmanuel Forbes is a toothpick, question mark. And who am I missing? Jamin
Jamin
Davis.
Davis is backup.
Battling to make the team.
The only thing I will say in his defense is every coach likes to have their own guys, and even though I don't think Dotson is proven to be special,
Mhm.
I do think that Ron would have found, because they want to justify their stuff, they would have found a way to still feature him so we don't say he's a bust. So that's
fair.
the only thing.
And he did produce as a rookie.
Right.
People were excited for him as a rookie.
Don't you think that Commanders fans don't even think about the name change anymore until it's brought up? Until it's Josh Harris is
Some
asked
people
about
are
it.
obsessed with it.
But most of them are just
They've probably
they've gotten over it.
Yeah, they've moved on.
Don't you think?
I don't know.
The great example
Until
is
it's
the
brought
Wizards.
up
And by
again.
the way, they haven't won anything. And I'm fine with the name Wizards, and I hated it at first.
It's still a massive downgrade from Bullets. Everybody would agree.
I guess. I mean, what's so special about Bullets other than other than it was
It
what
was
we grew
actually
up with.
it was actually a good team name,
Washington Bullets.
the Washington Bullets.
Let's be honest though. What is
Yeah.
attractive? Like I liked it too. I hated to see him change it, but I'm
flows.
thinking on the fly. What made that special? Like why is that name?
Well, you got a connection to the name. It's what you grew up with. It's what you knew.
It is what I grew
I
up
know,
with.
but if
But
you
if I
were-
look at it now, 20
Yeah.
years at a distance, what's so great about the Bullets name? I mean,
Your kids grew
It
up
was
with
just-
wizards.
It's intimidating.
Bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool
What's
name.
intimidating about bullets? That a bullet
Bullets, they
might
can
kill you or something?
What do you mean or
Generally?
something? Yeah, of course. Strikes
I never
fear.
Right.
thought of
That's
it.
why they said, all right, we got to
honestly-
get rid of it.
That's why
I-
they changed it.
Well, you know what's funny about it? I never thought about it like a bullet, like a gun. I just thought about it like the dumb basketball team. I'm sorry. That was
You're
the
just
name of the
connecting
team.
it right
You know what?
now.
Maybe your brain's affected by Bullets fever.
I just didn't think of it that way.
The worst thing you're doing now is you keep repeating that the Wizards is a good name. It drives me insane. You're putting that out there in the atmosphere to people pick up on. It's the worst name. It's the worst brand in the NBA.
I like it.
It's horrible.
You've gotten
Washington
used
Wizards.
to it.
It has a nice ring to it.
Alliteration.
Yeah.
Right,
no,
okay,
actually,
there's
I
a-
like it. I like Walt the Wizard. Wait, I like Wizards.
You
Sorry.
like
G Wiz.
Yeah.
You like G Wiz.
You like
You love,
Wizards.
you love
Harry
You
Potter.
don't love Harry Potter.
He's just
You
used
don't
to
love
it.
Merlin.
I'm used
He's
to
a
it.
wizard.
You're just used to it by now.
I think,
Gandalf.
a wizard. I'm a wizard with a basketball. I like
Yeah.
it. I don't have a problem with it.
Bullets greater than wizards.
Sorry, Draft doesn't like it. Eric Bickle, the big silly, likes it.
Well, I'm in the 96th percentile.
You're on the correct side
You're
of
just-
history.
You're just stubborn. You're tribal. Like you're in your tribe and you won't change. I'm
He likes.
agreeable.
I'm the stubborn one.
He likes better
Yes,
team
I'm
names.
stubborn.
No, yeah.
I told you I changed. I didn't like it. Now I like it. I'm open-minded.
I mean, you're doing a disservice to everybody.
I'm just being. I just being. All I
You
can
have
be
a-
is me.
There's a lot of responsibility
Look.
that comes with that microphone.
You've accepted.
Yeah,
it.
that's very grown
just
up of you, Eric.
accepted it.
Yeah, I've accepted it. It's fine.
Very mature.
Thank you.
You got other things to worry about in life. You don't think about
I
stuff
wore
like
my Jordan Poole jersey 2 days ago while I was hitting golf balls in the backyard.
that. So stupid.
At least it wasn't in public.
My daughter saw a pic and she said, "What the f are you wearing?" All right, let's go to Drew in DC. Drew, what's up?
Hey, coaches, man, how y'all doing, man?
Hey,
I
buddy.
just think they'll probably change the name, man. Once the stadium get there, I think they'll make a big splash. You know, once the stadium
Wouldn't
gets
that
All right, well, that's 7, 8
We'll
years.
be 60 when that
And
happens.
that's why I'm saying it, because it's gonna be something. You know, like the Commanders, man. This stuff is just it's gonna wear you down, man. To like the Wizards, man. I hate the name, but that's what we call them now. I think when you get a winning atmosphere, you know, that kind of like cures everything.
Will
man.
you
I
be
appreciate-
honest, Drew?
Yeah.
Wizards has kind of grown on you a little bit.
Yeah, it has. Like I
Thank
said,
you.
you know, over the years, it doesn't wear me down.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Who cares how it kind of wore you down?
And it's been around so long. Like my kids grew up not with the Bullets. They know nothing about the Bullets. Wizards their whole life.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think the
And they're fans.
Bullets sounds archaic at this point.
Oh, how dare you!
I just can't believe you
How
never
dare
connected
you,
it
sir.
to the gun.
I just didn't think about a gun. I just thought about Greg
Just-
Ballard, Jeff Malone, Elvin Hayes.
Greg,
Well, sure.
Ruland.
I just thought about
Rick
basketball
Mahorn.
team. I didn't think guns are scary. We're the scary
Well, yeah, but
bullets.
he was also 8 years old.
Yeah,
He wasn't
I mean,
thinking
I
about
didn't
that.
think about that.
Yeah.
It's the bullets. I don't.
You wasn't thinking about the definition of the word.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain that. I mean, I don't even. Don't get me started.